Eddie Hall
and Thor.
They're gonna fight.
So this has been a rivalry that's been going on for many years since 2017.
Yes.
So for people that don't really know the strongman scene, Eddie Hall and Thor, what the two biggest names in the last 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Maybe even the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Eddie Hall obviously
500
kg deadlift. Thor,
Game of Thrones.
yeah, he's actually what kind of brought strongman into the real realm, I suppose.
Mainstream, maybe. Yeah.
Just mainly because people seen Thor and they're like, oh, he's just a big guy. And little did they know he was, at that stage, he was Iceland's strongest man about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, like it's Thor and Eddie. They probably one of the biggest contributors to strongman growth in the recent years.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like Eddie won World Strongest Man 2017, so the popularity from England just
Britain,
exploded. And Thor's popularity in America exploded after Game of Thrones because that was the biggest TV show
at the time.
Pretty much at the time, or probably of all time.
In the last 10 years, it's one of the biggest things. But so this fight has been on the card since 2019, I suppose.
After Thor deadlifted 501.
501
yes,
kilos.
Yeah, and after that he called out Eddie.
Yeah, and they had 18 months to get ready?
Something like that. They had 18 months. You're supposed to fight last year.
Last September or something.
Yeah. But
due to restrictions and things.
No. Eddie tore his biceps.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Eddie tore his biceps, so they had to, he had a fight with Devon Larratt, which was a bit weird to me.
Very, very weird.
You know, but that one is...
To be fair to Devon, Devon had
5 weeks?
5 weeks notice.
To get ready.
And he was like this.
He can't
do it.
Yes,
and he even admitted
calcification in his elbows.
Something that you touched on before multiple times.
It's crazy.
I remember at the time actually that Devon was putting up a lot of vlogs on his own YouTube channel, which he hadn't put up in a long time, and when he tested his reach, he was literally
that's his reach. He can't. His elbows are messed up from too much arm wrestling.
Yeah, it was a strange one, considering that it was 2 world's strongest man title winners, and then it was going to be
this one gonna be a proper one because when he was fighting Devon, they stopped the fight kind of early, in my opinion. You know. But they probably didn't want to see Devon to get hurt more. Because Thor was kind of going at him.
Thor is in peak physique. He's been in.
Now
he's
years. Even more improved.
Yeah,
you know,
because he's had more time to train.
Yeah, he had more time to train. He looks very good. Eddie's technique is I think he didn't change much. He just fight the way he will fight, and technique-wise, Thor improved a good bit. You know.
Yeah,
but I think it's gonna be an awesome fight.
I think so too. It's how I don't know how to or what even to base it off. There's nothing they've never
no. Well,
I know you can base it off their YouTube training and things
like
that.
Of the face-off that they had as well, there was a lot of animosity, a lot of swear words said. A lot of people sort of felt uncomfortable. I think it was awesome. I really do.
You just love confrontation.
Of course, but because that sells, you know. To me, it sells, and people being friends after the fight. I was like, they don't have to be friends after the fight. Yeah. It's okay not to be friends. If they don't like each other, they don't like each other. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. But they'll have a fight. Both of them will get paid pretty well, from what I know.
Well,
yeah, very well. So good for them, and the fight is gonna be for free, so you don't need to pay. Which is great, and
always a good thing.
Yeah, I was really entertained with their face-off. You know, it was really entertaining.
Yeah.
One guy said something, the other guy said something, and was it true? I don't know, but
is it?
You can see it's real.
Yeah.
They don't like each other generally. Not some other guys. They sort of say they didn't like each other, but they sort of they don't care about each other as much as. But all in all, I think it's gonna be an awesome fight.
I think so too. It's hard to see how it's going to fare out because Thor has such a height advantage over Eddie.
Yeah, experts Joe Rogan was talking about the fight.
Yeah.
And he watched Thor's training sessions and he watched Eddie's training sessions, and he thinks that Thor has an advantage because he's more into technical boxing. Like,
Like he's not about heavy hitting. He's about
he's how to throw a proper jab, how to the hooks and move and all that stuff. And Eddie's like approach is like a bit different. Like it's not standard. He doesn't like seems like he holds his gloves up to his face like to protect himself. He's more trying to rely on the movement of his body to avoid the punches. And I don't know. It's two different styles.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is that like Thor looks like he's lighter on his feet. He looks like he's like when I seen Thor
so much taller.
When I seen Thor at the Arnold Strongman Classic, he was just in the background. He looks so much different compared to what he was a few years ago. Now I know he's lost a significant amount of weight.
He's 148. He weighed himself.
But he looks like a different person. He doesn't even look like Thor anymore.
No.
And the thing is, like you were saying, with the height advantage, I think with the height advantage, it's going to help him with the reach. They're going to probably build the reach around the same length.
Did you see that thing when Eddie when Eddie went to his boxing gym and confronted him?
No.
You didn't see that video? A couple of times they had to take it down. They asked some big channels like Nick Strength channel.
Nick Strength of Power.
Yeah, Nick Strength of Power. Yeah, so he posted and he was asked to take it down because that was nasty. There was a lot of this going on. There's a lot of swear words going on, spitting.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was good. And one guy cracked me up. I was reading the comments. Comments always entertaining to me. And the spitting. One guy says, "Well, Eddie tried to hydrate Thor." Spitting. Because Eddie emphasizes hydration so much, so he tried.
Now for the boxing match itself, I am nowhere near.
No, we're not an expert.
Near an expert on how to box.
I think in a fight in general, it's 50-50 usually, unless you're talking about sort of professional fighting, where like you already know, like. But even that, anything can happen in a fight. One punch and that's it.
Just one straight punch. Yeah, that's it. Like, but I just feel with Thor, with height advantage, he's going to have a reach advantage, even if they don't build it that way. So he's going to have the height advantage, the reach advantage. He's going to be lighter. He looks like he's going to be lighter. He looks like he's going to be quicker on his feet. But I just think Eddie is just going to try make sure they can get close to Thor, so he can just give him as many hard punches as he can. Yeah. Because other than that, I don't think there's any way that Eddie will beat Thor.
Like I said, I think can Eddie knock Thor out? Most likely.
If he can get close to him.
Because it's a fight,
Yeah.
So to me, it's like anything can happen, but like the approach to fight was totally different approaches,
Yeah.
Like Thor did 3 exhibition fights, sort of.
Yep.
Eddie didn't do any. Like he said in a face-off that he had sparring sessions like with pro boxers and referees in the ring, and he bet very good boxers. Like, is it the case? Nobody knows. Like knows. Like he said, all the boxers that he trained with or compete against during that period of time, they know who they are, and if they want to come forward and say it, they can. But he won't gonna name any names, which is fair enough. But he had I hope he did have these fights because Thor surely had. From the start, he was sparring. He had black eyes. He was getting real. Like he has a training partner, Scully. He's a rough guy as well. Like he did both of them. I saw when you look at the videos, they were going 100% at each other. So Thor knows how it is to be hit in the face. And Eddie had apparently like a couple of weeks ago had a concussion as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he says he showed even one of his eyes. What do you call that?
The current or the pupil or the iris.
Pupil, it died, like it got smaller from the concussion.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he was probably sparring very hard as well. So I think both of the guys gonna be 100% ready for that fight. Yeah. But who will win? I still think technically maybe Thor.
Yeah. Longevity.
If you look from if you take a pro boxer. Like he's the way he's boxing is everything he's doing correctly, holding his arms up to his chin, his fists, and but Eddie just seems like he's very different style.
I think that Thor, even if it comes to it, I think Thor will just have that bit more longevity in him. So I feel like if it comes to having to last a couple more rounds, Thor.
Oh, you mean stamina wise?
Yeah, stamina wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Eddie was like on his YouTube videos, he did a lot of swimming.
Yeah.
I don't know how will does that. Well, brings like what transitions into having a better stamina.
Just cardiovascular, I suppose.
But it's not this. Swimming is swimming, but boxing is just boxing. You need to box in order to be a better boxer.
Like at the end of the day, they can do as much training as they want. But like if a world's strongest man winner hits you in the face,
it's gonna be.
Yeah, there's no training can train.
No. And they both big men, and they were very, very emotional. Very emotional, which I love to see, you know. And there's a lot of other YouTube channels. I watched one yesterday. They were even breaking it down, their body languages, you know. And the guy who was doing it, he was an English guy, and he says, I'm a big fan of Eddie, and I hope Eddie will win. But he had Thor, based on the body language, all other like voices,
psychological things.
Yeah. It's like that. He says like he has as well Thor slightly over Eddie, you know. But to me, it's like 50-50.
Yeah. So
you know, I just hoping for a great fight.
I think everyone's the same. They've been waiting so long for this. But would you have a prediction, or do you just think it's?
Prediction wise, I don't know.
Well, I've said it from the start anyway. That I think Thor. I've said that since the first fight. What we thought was going to be, which we thought was going to be last year, but due to Eddie's bicep, obviously it was called off. But even from when they started training, and I seen the YouTube footage of Thor versus Eddie training, I always thought.
I think Eddie would have had a bit more chance to win. I would have favored Eddie last year in September.
Yeah, but now the Thor is after getting more
he was training now with a Scottish trainer as well, and he had a good boxing training partner as well, sparring partner. And in the last YouTube video of Thors, I saw him trying to imitate Eddie's technique, which he failed miserably in my opinion, because he's such a disciplined boxer. He didn't know how to box like Eddie. He tried it, but it seems like they know what to expect. But a lot of people online on internet saying that Eddie just showed what he wanted them to see.
Which could be true as well.
Could be true. Could be like he will walk out and his technique will be completely different. Which is quite possible. And if it is, that's a super smart move there. It's like playing chess, you know.
Show everyone off.
Like probably like loads of people were saying that Eddie doesn't keep his hands up, and he will get exposed and jabbed to his face. But can you imagine if he walks out and he does keep his hands up and his technique is totally different? Like, you know, I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise for Thor. But we have a couple of more days to wait.
Couple more days.
Fight is for free, and we'll see how it goes.
And for anyone wondering,
yes, today's Paddy's Day.
Today is St. Patrick's Day, so we have to show the colours. I know it's only a bit of colour,
just a little bit.
It's a little bit of colour. But we have a long weekend here in Ireland.
Yes.
So this is going to be
4-day weekend.
4-day weekend, and this is going to be even great to top it off.
Yes.
4-day weekend. This video is just our predictions. On what we thought, how we think the fight is going to go. We'll obviously have a recap on the fight after the fight on the weekend. If you have any ideas yourselves on what you think is going to happen, or who you think is going to win, how have you been keeping up with their training basically over the last 2 years? Let us know down in the comments. We always like interacting with the comments, even last week. The videos we were putting up. Actually, some very good comments last week. But so like always, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and stay tuned for the next video.
Right on.